Hello again. I am back for a second night, or well, third night, with some more Vampyr, continuing with this storyline. Because I'm really hooked up. It's really good. Jesus Christ, this loading! The worst thing. Alright, so we left off with having to go back to the hospital to talk to Dr. Zwanza, but on my way there was a special event which was to kill a mini boss, which turned out to be her, Dorothy Crane, the nurse. After I mesmerized her into forgetting everything about the incident, the blackmailing, she apparently forgot more than what she had to, so she became a vampire, a monstrosity, a powerful mini boss that has the ability to one-shot you if you're not careful. And I did got one shot killed, but I learned from my mistake. Apparently she was weak to range attacks from guns, and so I unloaded everything that I had on her. Shotgun, handgun, everything. I unloaded it and I killed that vampire monstrosity. But with that decision, the Whitechapel district has now fallen into the serious category, which means that there are monsters everywhere, absolutely everywhere. And well, with that, ooh, there's level 1. Oh, Harry Peterson, the little boy. And oh, another one. These two are one. Oh, Benjamin Palmer and Albert Palmer. Profile level 2. Darius Petergus. This is the old man. Ooh, Callaghan Bates. This asshole. The problem is that if I keep killing these guys, the health status will drop below serious. Probably it will even hostile, which will be really bad for me. Well, not just for me, for the citizens themselves. But from here, there's a bunch of assholes that I would like to kill. Like, for example, this one, Joe Peterson. And this one, Callaghan Bates. The Palmers are not so bad. Anyway, from here, I should have left Harvey alive. Clay Fox, I was definitely going to kill him. Either way, he annoyed me really bad. This one on the dogs, I have a lot of people to check. This one died because I didn't save him. I should have. This is the drunkard that's going to take care of the little boy, Rufus Kingsbury. I'm missing 4 or 5 people from this district, and everyone from West End. So I'll better continue the storyline.
God protect us. You've got a leech in the hospital.
Yes, my hospital. My mission is to heal while you go about warring.
You've set the table for a snake. I wonder why there's venom in your food.
I'm growing tired of your song. You're a woodsman, McCallum, not a doctor. Return to your hunt.
Remember, I've a good nose for machinations. I can flare the scent at a mile. You can't hide from the god.
And you can't hide from me. I can kill you,
Leave
asshole.
him, Jonathan. This is sacred ground. Neutral territory. And I just had the carpet cleaned. By the sacred stole, this is very bad news. Bad news indeed.
What happened?
The hospital has been attacked. We have injured patients, at least one dead and several missing. This has spiraled out of control. Even the most infirm are asking to be allowed to return home.
We cannot have the people lose faith in this institution. This hospital is their only hope.
Of course, you're right. But we cannot afford a public scandal. It would ruin us. We must restore order, and quickly.
You mentioned a dead patient. Who is he?
She, Jonathan. She was Miss Harriet Jones. I found her room like a slaughterhouse. Blood everywhere. The duty nurse is taking care of the mess.
Very well. I'll help you.
Jonathan, please. I can't rely on anyone else. And this concerns you as it involves vampires. Someone has taken advantage of our more liberal tendencies here.
In what way?
Jonathan, I may turn my head when you or her ladyship indulge, but I will not allow this place to become a nest for street feeders.
Please then, tell me.
Sean Hampton, the man we thought we'd saved at the docks. It seems he was infected after all.
So Hampton became more beast than man.
Exactly. And now Guard of Prewen suspects the hospital of vampire activity. Do you realize what that could mean for us?
Rest assured, I will protect you and your staff.
McCullum is a fanatic. The Guard will stop at nothing. You don't know what they're capable of, Jonathan.
Very well. Since I brought Mr. Hampton here, I will put an end to this.
The sad saints of the East End. Great, going back to the docks. Oh, wait a minute, there's an event here. Lady Ashbury.
Sean Hampton lives and breathes for the well-being of his flock. There's no other place he would go but the docks.
Oh.
What on earth happened here?
She barely could move. Why attack a defenseless woman that cannot do anything?
Routine.
Good evening, Mr. Elwood.
Evening, Doc.
Can you tell me anything about recent events at the hospital?
Before the shouts and the noises, I think I heard whispers coming from the stairs. 2 voices, maybe more.
Did you recognize the voices? What did they say?
I couldn't hear. Sounded like they were arguing or something.
Goodbye.
Damn. The pain.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft.
I need blood, Doctor.
Is there anything you can tell me about the recent commotion here?
Many things can happen under cover of night, Dr. Reed. But I took no part in this massacre.
But did you see or hear anything?
I can't say I did. But the smell of fresh blood almost made me faint, Doctor.
I'll
I wish I could be sick again. Feel my blood boil with the fever.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
According to the report I read, your unprofessional conduct put a patient in danger, Gwyneth.
That's not true. I know when my patient's life is at risk, and I'm more competent than a lot of doctors that I know. Problem is, I'm a woman.
I don't see what your gender has to do with your abilities, nurse.
Yes, nurse. Because I'll never be a doctor, no matter what my skills. I could make a decision that could save a life, but oh no, that's unbecoming conduct.
Have you heard of Elizabeth Blackwell? She was the first woman listed on the UK Medical Register. Change is slow, but it will come. And you will always have my support.
To have the right to study shouldn't be determined by sex, skin, or wealth. That's all I'm saying.
Tell me, nurse, Did you know Dr. Tippett was addicted to medication?
I suspected this behavior for some time, but never dared to ask him about it. Until the day he confessed to me.
Why would he confess to you about his addiction, Nurse Brannigan?
Don't you know you doctors can't hide anything from a nurse? We're always there, even if you don't notice us.
Do you consider yourselves our confessors, Nurse Brannigan?
I wouldn't dare, Dr. Reed. But I'm intrigued. How did you discover Dr. Tippett's secret?
What can I say? I seem to have a knack for discovering secrets.
And for hiding them as well.
Do you approve of his addiction?
Of course I don't approve. But I understand he needs it to fight the exhaustion. Let's hope he'll stop injecting himself once the epidemic is over.
And what if he doesn't?
Then we'll have to convince him to stop. I believe he's still in control of his addiction, for now. But we must remain vigilant.
What can you tell me about the recent events in the hospital?
That Mr. Hampton killed Miss Jones in her room, then ran away.
And did you see all this?
No. I was working by the tents when it all happened. I only entered the room when they asked me to clean up the blood.
Where is Miss Jones's body?
I don't know. I'd imagine the morgue. It all happened so quickly.
Did you see Sean Hampton leave the hospital?
I think I saw a silhouette exiting the hospital gates after the shouting started. At first I thought it was someone who was just scared, but... well, maybe it was him.
Goodbye, Nat.
Wait a minute, maybe other people know something. Where is she?
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
What can you tell me about the recent commotion in the hospital?
Everybody's afraid. Death has always been a frequent visitor. But murder? How can we cope with that?
As a nurse at this hospital, it is your duty to deal with these things as best you can.
Yeah. Until it's my turn to have blood spread all over the walls. I entered the room first, Dr. Reed. I've seen what that monster did to the woman.
Goodbye. It's locked. Good evening, Dr. Ackroyd.
If you say so.
What can you tell me about the recent commotion in the hospital?
Nothing like this would have happened if we'd had enough staff and proper shifts.
So you don't think the blame is ours?
We all hold fast here, Dr. Reed. Our methods may differ, but we are all trying to make a difference.
Thank you for your time.
Good evening, Doctor.
What can you tell me about the recent commotion in the hospital?
It's a disgrace. How on earth can patients be attacked in their own rooms?
Goodbye. Good evening.
I'm okay.
What can you tell me about the recent commotion in the hospital?
I had shouting coming from the first floor. I was asleep when it started.
I have...
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
Good evening, Dr. Ackroyd.
If you...
Thank you.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Can you tell me anything about the recent commotion in the hospital?
I'm sure it was not your fault, Dr. Reed.
My fault? What do you mean?
Oh, nothing. It's just... I heard it was you who brought the murderer inside our walls.
But you couldn't know, could you?
Goodbye. Good evening, Doc. Can you tell me anything about recent events in the hospital?
Oh, goodness me. This whole story is such a shame, sir. I have no idea how it happened.
What are you talking about?
Poor Miss Jones. Her body is missing. Someone stole it.
Miss Jones's body has gone missing?
Yes. The body was brought here this morning, and now it's gone.
Who could have stolen a corpse?
That's exactly what I asked myself for the whole day. Who could do such a thing? These are terrible and shameful times, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye.
If I could just enter.
I cannot enter. Good evening.
Good evening, Doc.
What can you tell me about the recent commotion in the hospital?
Someone killed Miss Jones in her room, and Mr. Hampton's gone missing. Doesn't take a genius to piece it together.
You don't seem shocked by any of this.
Why should I be? Whoever did this must be long gone by now. And besides, he got rid of the old bag.
Good.
Oh, Jonathan, I cannot believe my eyes. Poor woman, butchered by some savage scowl.
Yes, and I'm afraid I'm at least partially responsible. The man, the scowl, I brought him here.
Jonathan, how could you say such a thing?
Forgive me if I feel despondent. For there seems to be no end to the suffering and death that surrounds us.
I'm always here for you, Jonathan.
What do you know of Ascalon? I was threatened by a creature, a vampire in Whitechapel, stating I had to obey the law of conduct.
What more can you tell me about him?
He was bigger than a man. Huge, in fact. He seemed to radiate violence. I thought he was going to tear me apart. Then he vanished.
Fergal, the executioner of Ascalon. You were fortunate he was not after you, but rather out doing his master's bidding.
What is Ascalon?
The Ascalon Club are the most powerful vampires in Britain, and exert tremendous influence. Take my advice and stay well away.
Ooh, interesting.
I have experienced a certain difficulty when faced with holy symbols, or trying to enter religious buildings. Have you?
Now that's quite a question. I don't know why, but yes, it has happened to me.
Is this a sign? The hand of God in action? Are we repellent unto heaven?
I don't have the answers, Jonathan. But I believe superstition and magic is just fact awaiting the lens of science.
Aren't you frightened?
Very little scares me, my dear. To be compelled to avoid symbols of faith does not concern me.
Have you embraced this woman? like the other patient, this Mr. Renfield.
Her name was Amelia. And no, I did not kill her. I vowed a very long time ago that I would never take another life, unless they ask.
Is there sufficient vitality in the blood of the sick and dying patients?
Yes, Jonathan. The hunger gnaws at me every waking hour. Frankly, I'm starving.
Temptation surrounds us. Rich, vital. How can you resist?
Over the years, any pleasure I once gleaned from feeding is long gone. I drink for sustenance. And though I still thirst for more, I restrain myself.
Interesting. Strong will.
Thank you, my lady. I hope to see you again soon.
If only I were young again. Just a dozen years or so.
Good evening, Dr. Tippett.
Dr. Reed.
Can you tell me anything about the recent commotion in the hospital?
It's a tragedy, pure and simple. The hospital is meant to be a safe haven to all. We failed the people who trusted us with their care.
Do you think I should not have brought Mr. Hampton back here?
It's not your fault. You rescued that poor soul. It was the Christian thing to do. But we should have noticed his instability.
Nurse Brannigan has been recently accused of neglecting her professional duties. Tell me what you really think about it.
This kind of protest is nothing but elitist bullshit. I trust Nurse Brannigan with my life. She has what it takes to be a great doctor.
Do you really think she could be the next Elizabeth Blackwell?
Believe me, Dr. Reed, a time will come when skill and skill alone will determine who can be a physician and who cannot.
Yes, and we know that in this time. In fact, most women doctors are the best doctors.
Goodbye, Doctor.
Let's see, I think I already interrogate everyone in the hospital. Whoa! Lady Ashbury has mesmerized 20? So, straight to the docks, I guess. Wait, I haven't interrogated everyone. I'm missing Oswald Thatcher and the two gay boys. Hey dude, why are you standing in the rain?
I am not responsible for everything bad that has happened.
What's with the
Good
loading?
Evening, Dr. Reed.
He doesn't know anything about
Goodbye, Mr. Thatcher. Try to take care of yourself. Hello again, Mr. Black.
Good evening, Doctor.
it. They were not in the
Goodbye,
hospital,
Mr.
so they don't know anything. Ugh, really? Ooh, wait, really? 16 and 17? I think I saw... Wow, 17? Wasn't there a skull around here? Ah, there is. Broke skull, 16. Another rogue. Wait, why are they level 16? They're supposed to be lower. Whoa, now they're more? How can there be more? Is it because the district has become more unstable? Docked. Stable.
See me, my sweet queen. Perhaps we should have listened to what the idiot had to say first.
Why can't I talk to him?
You again. What are you...
Do you know where I can find Sean Hampton? I need to talk to him.
The sad saint. Why on earth do you want to talk to him?
He was one of my patients at the Pembroke Hospital.
Oh, yeah. I heard the poor bastard had been abducted by some cunt. You better ask Tom Watts. He knows Sean Hampton well.
Goodbye. Good evening.
Hello again, Doctor.
I'm looking for Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know where I could find him?
The sad saint. I heard he was mugged or something.
Yes, he was. But he left hospital recently.
You don't say. Well, I suppose it's good news for the homeless and the useless. Ask them, they must know something.
Goodbye, Miss.
Without the wet boots keeping things straight, these parks will be running completely amok.
Ooh.
Mark my words, miss. These murders are the work of a vampire.
A vampire?
Not a drop of blood left in his body. This is the work of a vampire.
A vampire hunter.
You best be off to your hunting then. For if the sewer dog is back and hunting all these poor folk, he needs a catch him.
A A sewer dog? What's it look like?
It's an old story. A monster with daggers for teeth and icy claws. He comes of a sudden, nighttime, claiming innocence, then vanishes.
Teeth, claws, murders by night? Your sewer dog is my business. He's the kind of prey I hunt, milady. Good evening, sir. Have you witnessed any suspicious activity or strange events recently?
And what do you define as a strange event? More to the point, who are you?
My name is Ichabod Throgmorton, vampire hunter extraordinaire and warden of the East End.
A vampire hunter? Really?
I know what you're thinking. I'm just another lunatic howling at the moon, but I'm not. The bloodsuckers exist, and they're close.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'd like to hear more about these vampires you're hunting.
A man of science? Well, I'll be glad to enlighten you.
What can you tell me about this neighborhood?
Did you hear about what happened to Jack Gillingham? Oh boy. It's a shame I wasn't around to protect him.
It's impossible to protect everyone. The violence seems endemic in this part of town.
But it's my duty. I am convinced Jack Gillingham was killed by a vampire. These evil rodents are spreading like a plague.
So, how exactly are you protecting these people? I'm curious.
I patrol late at night, investigating anything unusual. I try and encourage people to stay indoors, but people are careless.
Can I help in any way?
Actually, yes. I plan to put up posters to alert the population to the vampire threat.
Are you asking me to paste posters about vampires around the docks?
If you wouldn't mind. If you did that, then I can focus on my patrols.
How do you identify a vampire?
It's simple, really. They can't stand daylight. They're afraid of garlic and holy symbols.
Bullshit.
They also cannot enter a house without being invited.
Have you ever killed
bullshit.
these creatures? Yourself, I mean.
Of course I have. What kind of question is that? It's a dirty business, believe me.
Have you heard of the Guard of Priwen?
Of course. They're dedicated hunters. A little militant for my taste, but they do let anyone join.
Were you ever tempted to join the Guard yourself?
I did think about it. I'm more of a silent hunter.
Sorry.
They're more of a sanitary militia.
So you hunt alone? That sounds risky.
Vampires are just like every other predator. They hunt when they're hungry and follow certain patterns. It's just a matter of observation and patience.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me, Mr. Throgmorton?
The sad saint? He should be at his night asylum at this hour. But I cannot tell you how to find it, sorry.
Really? Why is that?
It's nothing personal, Doctor. I'm sure your intentions are good, but people who sleep there, they have plenty of reasons to hide.
Maybe at least you can tell me who could help me find him.
Tell you what, go and chat with Tom Watts. He's a bartender and good judge of character. If he talks to you, then it's fine by me.
I could make you tell me, but I respect your refusal. You really believe Sean is a saint, don't you?
All I will say is this. Gossip has it that when he was a child, he was molested. By a priest of all people. Funny thing is, though, it only strengthened his faith.
Goodbye. And good hunting, Mr. Throckmorton.
Times like these, a good drink's just as likely to cause a problem as to solve one.
Is this guy sober now? The drunkard?
Good evening, Mr. Delaney.
What? Ah, you're that doctor.
I'm looking for Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know where I could find him?
I really don't know. I heard he'd been abducted. I don't know if he's back.
Who could tell me then?
About the sad saint. I'll try asking Tom Watts about him.
Goodbye, Mr.
Drink to the boy. Be he cursed or not, he's just another lost orphan.
Welcome back, Doctor. What can I do for you?
Tom, I need to find Sean Hampton as quickly as possible. I've been told you could help me.
I heard the sad saint was recovering at Pembroke Hospital. Did he leave or something?
I believe he returned to his flock. Can you confirm that?
Oh, I bet you're right. Sean can't help but worry about the poor and sick. Oh, I guess it has something to do with what happened to him as a baby.
Please, tell me.
Well, I don't like to gossip, but I heard that the sad saint was abandoned as a baby in front of a Catholic orphanage in Dublin. That would explain his faith and need to help everyone.
The important thing is I find him, quickly.
Why not try his night asylum? He takes care of those who need a meal or a roof there.
Where is it?
It's in an old warehouse, northwest of here. Just follow the bank to the west and go north when you reach the end of the pier.
Goodbye, Mr. Watts.
West and north. I'm not really good with directions. Ooh, I got one. So 4 more people for this district. Hopefully this new one will increase. Oh, that's right, there's calls in this area. Oh wait, no. Well, yeah. What? Large beast, level 22? You're kidding. Next door. private gunner. Another private gunner. How can there be so many gunners and a base in the middle? Good thing I have my shotgun with me. Oh great, they're fighting it. Yes, kill it, kill it. Goodbye. Where is... Okay, I have to go down. Oh, mini boss, Jimmy, the Spark Marlowe and Gunner. Oh, great. This Jimmy is a mini boss.
Seems like the guard of Prewen is on Sean Hampton's track.
Finally! Damn, this mini boss.
The wounds on this corpse are deep, the result of rabid rage. If this is Sean's doing, he's become a murderous beast.
Oh, I know this place. This place was the place that what used to be closed. And it's next to the hideout. Oh, I see how to get there. But if I want to go back to the hideout and restore items, but I might have to use them on my way. Let's see. Where you think you're going, Skull?
This poor man has just been slaughtered by a vampire. The body's still warm.
And there's a mini boss over there. I just saw it.
Get their weapons ready! That leech is false!
Ooh, interesting. An inner courtyard. Oh, I see. Ooh, really?
No civilians allowed, sir. Stop now!
Wait, haven't I been here? Oh, this is the inner part. Oh, I can unlock the door now. The door has been unlocked. I can cross through here now. Yes, I can get faster through here now. Oh my god, really outdoor books and everything, it's getting damaged. Why? Ooh, another door. Can I open it? Yes, and it leads to the hideout. I'll take Vampyr Poster. Unknown. Wait, is this the camp? Yes, I'm at the camp. Let's take a detour first. There's blood here. And more blood over there. Oh, I know what that leads. Yes, yes, yes. Unknown, unknown. Oh, in it.
something that'll strike your fancy. If not, I'll find you something. Are you certain you're not lost, sir? You seem quite the stranger to these parts.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Do you need any help?
Rest assured, I will help you, sir. Martin Nightingale, at your service. Please, take a look at my wares.
Your merchandise. I don't really see anything worth having. No offense.
None taken, sir. But please, I need to eat. Perhaps if you keep looking, you'd see something that takes your fancy.
Let me be frank. You're as much of a businessman as I am a werewolf, right?
Who the hell are you to question me? It's hard enough to stay clean when you don't have a place to sleep. I'm doing my best here.
I meant no offense, Mr. Nightingale. I was merely pointing out the fact that you're unlikely to survive long if you continue wandering this path.
And what should I do then, sir? Should I join the wet boot boys like so many others? No thanks. I'd rather be a bad seller than a dead gang member.
Ooh, I like his last name, Nightingale.
What can you tell me about the neighborhood? Have you got any friends around these parts?
Not really. Miss Gillingham smiles and says kind words, but I know she's lost her marbles, especially since her son died.
He must be an ancestor of another Nightingale, a witch perhaps.
Tell me about this crazy woman. Madness is often mistaken for other conditions.
The poor woman's mad, all right. Kind and all, but she has so much trouble remembering things. She's taken me for a son more than once.
How interesting. I don't suppose you know what happened to her son.
Jack. Rumor has it he tried to tackle some gang lads. I didn't know him well, but I heard he was a nice enough chap. His old ma still thinks he's around.
Why not try seeking help instead of peddling your wares? I'm sure there are people around here that would gladly help.
There's always the night asylum. I heard it's run by a very nice man, but I'm no beggar. Not yet, at least.
There is no shame in asking for help, my boy. Sometimes it can even be the best course of action.
I don't feel okay with that. I'm gonna make a name for myself, and I'll do it by myself.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me?
He's a caretaker for the poor, is he not?
Something like that, yes.
Sorry, I don't know where he is.
Show me what you have to offer then, Mr. Nightingale.
Music box. Vampire factions and skulls. Ooh, I need money. Oh, Brick's blood sample 100. I need money. Ooh. This should be enough. Perfect.
I know I've got something that'll strike your fancy. If not, I'll find you something.
Blah blah blah. Interesting. He's not sick, Martin Nightingale. He's not sick. I need.
Please, sir, come and have a gander.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. May I come in?
I already took my medication, Doctor. But thank you.
I'm sorry. Your medication? Have we met before?
Don't tease me like that, Jack. Sorry, what?
I think I should come in, miss. I'd like to check if everything is okay, what with the epidemic spreading across London.
An epidemic, you say? How terrible. I had no idea. But where are my manners? Please do come in, Doctor. You are a doctor, yes?
Oh my god, the old lady. Rodney Gardner. This Vampire Hunter stick fire poster in the streets of the East End docks. Burn all posters. Talk to the man hiding in the sewers. He has a pretty nice home for an old lady. Oh, those are the two mini bosses. And she has a door barricade. Why everything is so broken in here? Look at this.
It's locked, all right.
So, Dr. Tippett, what brings you back
Dr.
here?
Tippett.
I heard whispers you had a job at that fancy hospital.
I told you my name is Jonathan Reed. Don't you remember?
Of course I do. I remember my name too. Gillingham. But you may call me Enid, Doctor. I'm very happy to see you again.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
Oh no, I don't gossip. That would be most unbecoming of a lady such as myself.
Who are the more influential figures on the docks?
Well, I heard about some terrible illness going around. I would say in that case that it's you, Dr. Tippett.
Is anyone taking care of you, Miss Gillingham?
My son is always here to take care of me. He's a good boy like that, but I do worry that he needs to start living his own life. Well, I would never say that to him, of course.
Oh my god, that hits so hard.
Tell me, Enid, why do you feel guilty about your son?
I know I'm a burden to my Jack. I know my mind and my thoughts are drifting away. I'm so sorry. I can't help it.
This is not your doing, Miss Gillingham. You do not have to apologize for your condition.
Of course I don't, Doctor. I've done nothing wrong, I swear it. What exactly are we talking about here?
Enid, have you really no idea what happened to your son? No idea at all?
I've not seen Jack for so long. I lose track of time. Has something bad happened to him?
Jack is dead, Miss Gillingham.
Of course he's not. I've seen him. Tonight, in fact. Ever the joker, Dr. Tippets.
I'm looking for a Sean Hampton. Do you know where I might find him?
Sean Hampton, you say? Oh, the name does seem vaguely familiar, but alas, I cannot recall from where.
Goodbye, Miss Gillingham.
At least more people added. Enid Gilligan. Oh, she has a headache.
Good evening, Miss Gillingham. May I come in?
Of course, of course. Sir?
Do you require medical attention, miss?
I'm glad you asked, Dr. Tippets. I must confess I haven't felt that well of late.
I'll try my best. Here, take this. And please, try to get some rest.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you very much.
Goodbye, miss.
Please, sir. Come and have a gander.
Wow, 2000 XP. I'm gonna take more detours. kill all of those mini bosses. Ooh, there's an upstairs here. Nice shelters vicinity. Woman killed in her bed. Wait, no home? This is like a bar. Oh.
I know I've got something that'll strike your fancy. If not, I'll find you something.
Oh my god, this is the ceiling of her house. I can see the second. You can see the second floor. I mean the first floor. But come on, who would live in a place like this watching an old lady?
My dear boy.
Are you certain you're not lost, sir? You seem quite a stranger to these parts.
Ooh, I don't like this view. Good night to both of you. Oh, this is terrible. An outdoor that leads to the inside of a home. That's horrible. Living in these conditions. There's recent blood here. Ah, really? I'm liking less and less these houses. Oh, a hideout. A new hideout. That's even better. Now I don't have to go to the other. Wait, if I go to sleep, the monsters will reset. Let me continue the exploration. Hey, attacking from behind.
Killing's all you deserve.
Whoa, so many? Why so many? Oh, I'm back at the beginning.
This is not the place for you, sir.
Wow, so much to explore. Yes, stewards. Wait a minute, I can enter, but it says red.
It's locked, all right.
Oh, how I hate the sewers. I need it.
Oh my god!
I need to learn to use the ultimate more often. Especially when I'm surrounded.
Crush the leech, boys! You leeches will kill him! He's dead! I'll kill him! Fuck, he's dead! Die!
Okay, I believe this is all of it. Dead inside, so there's dead people inside. Should I enter and use my experience? I'm probably headed to a boss fight, since Running Grother lost. Does this mean I can't talk to him anymore? Wait, stable, what's... Oh, this is the Pembroke Hospital. Fatigue, 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 fatigue. Everyone's fatigued. No!